Heatran is coming out with Magma Storm in a couple days in Pokemon Go, so can this move save Heatran in Pokemon Go? I don't know, but let's find out. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! Heatran is back in Pokemon Go for probably literally the 754th time, but this time is finally coming back with a new moveset, which is going to be Magma Storm. So today what we're going to check out is Magma Storm going to help this Pokemon be better? Because as of right now, it has always been kind of a mediocre Pokemon. You know, it's, I think, a cool shiny, slightly different, but it has never breached the top spot in either PvP or meta attackers, so we'll find out that in today's video. Okay, so Magma Storm in Pokemon Go for trainer battles is actually going to be a power of 65, and for raid battles it's going to be a grand total of 75. So let's see how this Pokemon does with this moveset. So Heatran is actually going to max out at 4,244, which is actually a pretty high maxed out CP. It's going to have an attack of 251, a defense of 213, and a stamina of 209. And as far as its strengths and weaknesses, is actually going to be double weak to ground, which makes it quite susceptible here because of the fire as well as the steel type combination. It's going to also be single weak to water as well as fighting. And for this Pokemon, it's actually an extremely resistant Pokemon based on its typing combination. It's going to double resist Bug, Fairy, Grass, Ice, Poison, and Steel, and it's going to single resist Dragon, Flying, Normal, and Psychic, so this Pokemon's resistances are actually extremely crazy here. And it also does have a shiny. It's a slightly lighter color red, and the eyes turn that bright, vibrant, purplish color, so pretty cool. And then as far as its moveset, it does get Bug Bite and Fire Spin as far as its quick moves, and then its charge moves have been Stone Edge, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Iron Head, and it recently got Earth Power, which is a very powerful move, and now it has Magma Storm, okay? So let's see, how does Magma Storm affect this Pokemon in Pokemon Go, because we actually need a bump if this Pokemon's actually going to make any type of changes in the game. So what we're going to check out is the ER value, which is basically looking at how strong this Pokemon is as far as an attacker purpose, and then how tanky it can be from an attacker purpose, and then we'll give some anticipation of what we do expect it to be in PvP, because it has not been updated as of right yet. So let's jump into seeing what the best moveset overall, including Magma Storm in Pokemon Go. As of right now, with Magma Storm, the best moveset overall does include it with Fire Spin combination at 41.65, which previously the best dual fire type combination was 37.8, so it got a bump of approximately 4 ER values, which is pretty significant, and it's above 40. And just remember, guys, when we do talk about ER values, if we're above 40, we can potentially be in the top 10, top 5, or top 3, depending on which category we're in. And then if we want to check out the Iron Head, that's going to be 36.45, Earth Power at 34.6, and Stone Edge at 33.66. So by far, Magma Storm is going to be the best moveset on this Pokemon, and something that we're definitely going to be interested in Pokemon Go to see. Maybe, can it take over the Reshiram spot? I don't know, but let's find out right now and checking it out in the top meta attackers for the fire category right now. First two Pokemon overall are going to be the Megas. So we have Mega Charizard Y, Fire Spin Blast Burn at 51.91. Mega Blaziken, Fire Spin Blast Burn at 51.65. Very close right there. And then the number one Pokemon overall, not even including the Shadows, is going to be Reshiram because of that Fusion Flare moveset at 46.8. And then after the third spot overall, we actually have Mega Charizard X coming in again at 44.9. So the top 3 of 4 are going to be Mega Pokemon. In the fifth spot overall, we have Shadow Entei with Fire Fang and Overheat at 44.12. Shadow Ho-Oh at 43.85. Shadow Moltres, 43.75. Then we have Shadow Blaziken, 43.51. Quite a good amount of shadows right there. Mega Houndoom, 41.65. And the exact same combination with the Heatran at 41.65 with that new Magma Storm. Then it's going to be above things such as Shadow Charizard, Ho-Oh, Shadow Typhlosion, Darmanitan Zen Mode, Volcarona, Shadow Arcanine, Darmanitan, Entei, Moltres, Shadow Magmortar. Okay, so looking at this Pokemon, if we do take out the Mega Pokemon, right? So we take out the Mega Pokemon from this category, this would be the 6th overall Pokemon. It's actually quite impressive that it has gone above some of these other typically good Fire-type Pokemon from the past, which include other legendaries such as the Ho-Oh, the Entei, the Moltres. We now have the Heatran beating it out. So there is obviously Reshiram that is the top Fire-type Pokemon in the game right now, which is very dominant. So I would say that to power up this Pokemon is probably not worth it just as a meta attacker standpoint, because we already have a regular legendary that takes the exact same premium XL candy as this Pokemon does, and it's stronger. So why would we go after a different one? However, as of right now, in PvP Master League, it's going to be ranked 88. It has not had the Magma Storm in here yet, but when the event does drop, I will put it in the tips video, and I will probably come back and pin it in this comment to see how good this moveset does for this Pokemon. But as of right now, would I say to max this Pokemon out, raid hard for it? I would say to hold right right now, because even with Earth Power and Iron Head, those movesets are not above 40. They are not going to be breaching the top spots, and they are not going to be doing anything impactful. But the one thing I am going to mention is that Heatran, at more than likely some point, will get a Shadow. Heatran with the Shadow form will obviously then be able to bump up above Moltres, Entei, Ho-Oh, and Blaziken in their Shadow forms, which would put it in the second spot overall, maybe even beat out the Reshiram until Reshiram does get a Shadow. But I don't foresee that the Reshiram is going to get a Shadow for a decent amount of time, just because of how far into the generations they are as far as that Pokemon is. And Zekrom, obviously they're going to be very dominant Shadows whenever they do come out, but at the same time, obviously the Moltres was out even before the Heatran was, as well as the Entei, so this Pokemon will more than likely get a Shadow form well before we do see Reshiram get a Shadow form, which is very promising for this Pokemon, especially with this brand new moveset of Magma Storm in Pokemon Go. So as of right now, I would say raid for it, but not hard for it. Don't go overkill. I would say be proactive and stock up on some XL candy, because you never know when that Shadow could release in Pokemon Go. Could be coming next from Giovanni in the next couple months. Who knows? But thank you guys for tuning in as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription to next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.